Let's get it, man. This is Dirty Solo. Shut them down radio. Shut them down radio.
Shut them down. We live. Good. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear now. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So let's let everybody know we here. Shut them down radio live. We got Baby Byron on the line right now. And if you guys don't know a bit about him, some of you do. For the ones that don't, I'm gonna give you some time right now. Just let people know who you are, your backstory, and then we'll take it from there.
Oh yeah, no, much appreciated. Before I even go anywhere, I just want to say, thank you for having me on your platform. But yeah, to everybody, yes, my name is Baby Byron. For anybody that knows me up to date, I'm probably known as one half of A Kid Called God, which is a rap group based out of Pittsburgh. But if anybody that is unfamiliar with my origin story, I guess, or my childhood story, which is the significance of the name Baby Byron, but also the significance of a lot of things that took place in the early '90s that was considerably a big deal at the time.
Yeah. So, you want to cover a little bit about that? Because I have the backstory
Any particular
on it.
Questions you have on it, or you just want the whole general?
No, man. Well, I'll tell you what.
You want the whole general? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
No.
So
I'll get specific.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
know,
know
because I didn't know if I was okay. Cool. I didn't know if I was
you
to do like the general, from start to finish, or just
no, man. People want to know who you are and all that, but we don't have to get all the jewels. So really, my question right now would be, how does that change your life? That experience, like, how did that change you afterwards? And that's the part we can't see right now, like mentally and spiritually. How did that change you?
Honestly, for anybody, that's listening, and anybody that, went through foster care, the Baby Byron story, or if I could call it that, is what a lot of people called it at the time, was, I guess, a case of interracial custody battle. And at the time, interracial custody battles might have not been, mind you, this is 92. I was born July 15th, 92. So, we're trying to going back in time, and, 92 is the same year they had the Rodney King riot, April 29th, if anybody's hip to that. So racial tensions did not dissipate, just like how the times are now, where, you see a lot of racial, we're in the Trump era. So that's kind of like where we're at with it. But that, just to say that my story is key to what's the everyday story of our struggle and with our people. So the Baby Byron story takes place from 92 to roughly in the media to 96. And what ended up happening was I had drugs in my system upon my birth. I was born prematurely. So CYS protocol is to put you into a guardian outside of your mother until they could help her. That's the original program, to help her and help the child, at the same time. But what ended up happening, and that's not saying that's what happens in all cases, but that was what technically what the protocol is for them to do, is to keep the families to kind of together. And what happened in my case is where my foster family was a Caucasian family, was white. And they had a relationship to me, or they grew a relationship to me really fast. They grew very fond of me in a matter of 2 months, maybe less. And, they refused to return me back to the system upon, time my mother, passed her program at the halfway, not the halfway, the rehab center. After all these things, my mother, was passed on, my foster family grew too attached. And that's nothing against them. It's just, if you have a child in your presence, you can grow attached to them as well, just in a matter of a short period of time. But what ended up happening is, like, it ended up and bleeded into the media locally, regionally, and then nationally. And it started off with the local news back in Pittsburgh to, the New York Times, and then, getting on, CNN to Ricky Lake to Montel Williams, and et cetera, et cetera. And what the media was running was more so making it a racial thing more than what the actual underlying circumstances was. You know, my foster family who were white, they had no racial, exploitive bone in their body. It's just a circumstance
Right.
that was partaken. And the same with my mother. My mother is not the stereotypical drug addict that, you know what I'm saying, is just shit on her luck. And, these are just narratives that was just in the media, but in real life, these are real people, and they had a way different story than what was actually really partaking in the media. But not to get into all that detail, that is pretty much the backstory of the Baby Byron story. But what people might also know it for is what is to be the key theme behind Losing Isaiah, the movie starring Halle Berry, Samuel L. Jackson, and Cuba Gooding Jr. So
Deep.
That's the Baby Byron story.
Deep. Okay, so appreciate you sharing that. We're going to shift gears here. Right now, we're going to get into one of the two songs that we are promoting, and we're going to do that right now. Then after this song airs, we'll go back into discussing the music side of things. So everybody stay tuned.
Much appreciated.
Let's get into this track right here. This is Baby Byron. Don't Say No. Let's get it. Shut 'em down radio. Yeah.
Don't say no.
Hit me on
Don't say no. Don't say no. First you diss me, then you miss me, wanna kiss me, you misleading, that don't add up, now my math different. You say it all so simply, wanna tempt me, but not listen, you mistreating, now my distant. You say, baby, don't say no to us, cause baby, that's like saying no to drugs. Don't say no. Don't say no. Where was you? No, but for real, yeah. When did you become my boo? No, but for real, yeah. When did you become the crew? No, but for real, yeah. You came out of the blue. Can't walk a mile in my shoes. So tell me that you love me if you know it ain't the truth. Why you invite your friend if you know I got a crew? I cover all my lies, yeah, with a hint of truth, yeah. You know how I do, yeah. Yes you do, yeah. You know how I do, yeah. Yes you do, yeah. You know how I do, yeah. Yes you do, yeah. Don't say no. First you diss me, then you miss me, wanna kiss me, you misleading, that don't add up, now my math different. You say it all so simply, wanna tempt me, but not listen, you mistreating, now my distant. You say, baby, don't say no to us, cause baby, that's like saying no to drugs. Yeah. Don't say no. Don't say no.
First you miss me, then you diss me, you look fishy. I keep swimming in your feelings, now I'm drowning in them. You ask me, do you feel me? But I question, kinda tricky. Should I lie? Should I treat you like my past exes? I walk and she's like, baby, where's my hug? I said I got some, let's go. Yeah. So she said, let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Don't say no. Yeah.
Don't say no. First you diss me, then you miss me, wanna kiss me, you misleading, that don't add up, now my math different. You say it all so simply, wanna tempt me, but not listen, you mistreating, now my distant. You say, baby, don't say no to us, cause baby, that's like saying no to drugs. Don't say no. Don't say no.
Down Radio. Shut 'em Down Radio is back here live again. Byron,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you good? You good? Man, so, let's talk about this first track we just played, Don't Say No. Give us the
Right.
backstory behind it. And, yeah, you on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's off of a Kid Called God's Don't Say No to Drugs EP. And that's
Mhm.
the general concept is, I believe like everybody that's been in a couple had a moment of referring to themselves as a drug of some sort to their significant other. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, pillow
Yep.
talk or, cute stuff,
Yep.
So sometimes when I do female records, the best thing I use as a template is text messages. You know what I mean? So if you hear a female song, I'm not gonna do the Drake thing and actually have like they vocals and like a voicemail or some stuff like that. I'll just reimagine the conversation and put it into a song. You know what I mean? Of some sort. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna get, ain't gonna be nobody suing me behind no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no album outros that was voicemails. I mean, we're gonna do something different, you know what I mean? But other than that, yeah, Don't Say No to Drugs, or Don't Say No, the song Don't Say No. It's produced by Stick D. It's me and Ashe on there from A Kid Called God, and it's a really, really dope song. That came out in 2018, October 13th, 2018. I mean 2019.
Nice.
Sorry, 2019.
Nice. Sound like you about to produce a whole new movie over there with them text messages.
Oh man, believe it or not, I'm not even texting.
Hey.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's all good.
I got
man.
headphones in.
Got you. Yeah, man. So the song is pretty nice, actually. So I'm curious, how long have you actually been doing music for?
I've been doing music since professionally since I guess I got out of jail in 2016 when I made parole. But beforehand, I used to always have a passion for it with some of the friends and stuff like that. But hip hop has always been it's always been around my childhood. But as far as the actual first time I released something was like 2016. But but being active and really committed to it, since 2016 till now. So 4 years, I would say, like 4 years.
Yeah, dedicated. Yeah, you're deep into it now. So, man, who are some of the people you want to work with? Who do you want to work with? Give me like top
honestly,
3 or 4.
Top 3 or 4. Man, I'm such a fan of everybody. That's always a hard one. You know what I mean? Because one day I'll be like, one day I want it. But I be thinking of like who. Yeah, sometimes I be thinking of who'd be just fun to smoke weed around. Like that's what I be thinking of like now more or less than just doing music with somebody.
Just doing music.
But outside of that, just on music terms, I think producers I want to work with for sure. I want to work with Pharrell. I think Pharrell is wavy, legendary. Who else? I want to work with Mike Will made it. I think Mike Will's super jiggy. But as far as last but No ID. No ID. Yeah, No ID's one of my favorite producers. Facts. So No ID. Yeah. Mike Will made it. Pharrell, and I know those are just the ones off of my top of my head right now. But as far as rappers, I would say. Believe it, I want to do a record with Cypress Hill. For real.
Really?
I just think that'd be so wavy. To do a song with Cypress Hill. Outside of Cypress Hill, outside of my favorites, cause I like niche like music that's kind of like that usually has like a cult following behind it. So it'd be like usually some obscure motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it'd be like some people that might not be an original fan of somebody else. But outside of Cypress Hill, if it's anybody of today, of course, you got to do a record with Drake because that's like template. That's like the modern Jay-Z.
Right.
So that's 2. So I'm just trying to make sure I give you the most random variety. Okay, so that's Cypress Hill, Drake, and the last but not least, we're gonna say another rapper, Travis Scott, and that's probably I can think of. You know what I mean? And then we'll just throw in The Weeknd in there just because I know females flock to everything he does. You know what I'm saying? So that's just easy. That's just easy money. You know what I mean? Stamped and approved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm not surprised by your answers. The only one that surprised me really is Cypress Hill, because I don't even know how many people even know who Cypress Hill is, you know what I mean? The younger cats
that's
don't really, you know, they kind of be like, that'd be on the outskirts of their thought process. But yeah, man, to get good energy, and I was rocking
I think
Cypress Hill back in the day, so I know.
We're like a neo Cypress Hill. We're like a newer, not a newer, but I feel like we make the same theme of music, which is usually stoner references, usually you know, trippy artwork. You know, we try to keep that up. But you know, one thing is that, you know, we might have took our name as like a derivative of what's it called, a Tribe Called Quest, you know, a Kid Called God. But what, you know, we kind of grew influences from is, you know, we got 3 6 Mafia, who's, you know, really influential on how we choose the darker sounding production sometimes, or, you know, more of the lighter type of sounding stuff. We might go to, you know, or more like spaced out sounding stuff. We might go to like a Cypress Hill, or no, I'm sorry, Tribe Called Quest, where they do like jazz type hip hops and stuff like that. Like on Drugs Before the Flight 1, we have a song that's like a boom bap type of feel, and then, you know, then on Flight 2, we have songs that could have been, you know, done by 3 6, you know what I mean, in a different way, you know what I mean? So it's just paying homage to who we're fans of, but, you know, putting a modern twist on it, or a modern, as what we call it, the jig on it, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those type of things, It's like a hybrid.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. You got like a pretty diverse music library running through your head right now. So that's dope, man, because I don't always hear that. So I respect that, man. So what about this album, man? Yeah, man, no doubt. So how's the album doing? You know, what kind of obstacles did you face trying to release this? And is there anything you wish you could change about it now that it's out or been out? You still there? Shut 'em down radio.
Yo, Byron, you still there? Yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, this is a good interview. You know what I mean?
Feel like we lost.
Going on, right?
Out or... I'm good, man.
I don't know.
Good.
But we gonna get into this track. Let's get into this track right here. You know what I mean?
Second track,
Baby Byron. Yeah, Way Too Deep by Kid Called God.
Yeah. Nigga, please. I was in the streets, I stealing just to eat. The shit I escaped, man, that shit is too deep. Hanging with the gang, I got K9 teeth. Man, it's too deep, man, this shit I can't speak. Settle all my debts right now before I leave. She took her whole heart out and gave it to me. I took it to the studio and made my heart bleed. Out with the gang, ain't heard from in weeks. Can't take a win without a loss, though. It's funny how you end up at the crossroads. My brother Banger did the hits before the songs, though. My little cousin caught the charge, would beat the charge, though. I was hearing voices talk to me. In the cold, ain't too many walk with me. Calling for me, had my mama worried for me. No worries, cause my heart's a McFlurry. Nigga, please. I was in the streets, I stealing just to eat. The shit I escaped, man, that shit is too deep. Hanging with the gang, I got K9 teeth. Man, it's too deep, man, this shit I can't speak. Hey.
He my right hand, if you see him on my left. Boss of the shit, shots get called, put the number in. Bartender with the shots, yeah, I just say when. Heard the ops rap now, I don't really play them. Caveman is the jungle, so what, I bear never hibernating. Heard they at the top, riding over the rain like hydroplaning, I don't smoke it. If it ain't Jamaican, that's just how the gang be. Got a different gang lead, said I'll never make it happen. And on her ODB, bitch, here's my reaction.
Nigga, please. I was in the streets, I stealing just to eat. The shit I escaped, man, that shit is too deep. Hanging with the gang, I got K9 teeth. Man, it's too deep, man, this shit nigga, please. I was in the streets, I stealing just to eat. The shit I escaped, man, that shit is too deep. Hanging with the gang, I got K9 teeth. Man, it's too deep, man, this shit I can't speak. for life, nigga.
Shut him down, radio.
Yes, sir. It's Rick, Six Trumpet, Dirty Silo, we here. You know what I mean? It was a good interview with Byron. He didn't call back in, so I don't know. Hopefully everything is well, but it's a real provocative interview, in-depth interview. You know, I hear the talent, you know, and going through that adversity, that's real. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
In-depth. It's crazy. And the movie Losing Isaiah was real. I remember that movie watching it when I was younger.
Yep, for sure.
Real talk.
For sure.
But Six Trumpet, man, what's shaking, man? What you got going on, bro? You know what I mean? Talk to the people,
much.
man. Digital marketing, you know, Black Eagle.
They don't want to know.
You know
they don't want to know what I'm doing. They don't want to
know
we
what busy, I'm doing. Man.
But yeah, man.
We busy.
We busy, man.
We got
everybody got their thing. You know, they got to take care of their family and household. So we all grinding in every different way, man. I'm in the media side of things as far as content creation and a few other things that might surprise people. But you know, we grinding. So
real talk, and we got a lot of ill interviews coming. So check us out. We got a lot of interviews. You know, Shut 'Em Down Radio, Instagram, @Six Trumpet, Instagram. Just Google us. I mean, we're doing phenomenal things. We got a lot of things in store. You know, hopefully Brian is all right. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know, the night is young. Send that music to shut'emdown0@gmail.com. Also hit up Six Trumpet for that production. Get that heat. You know what I'm saying? Instagram is buzzing right now. Yeah, you already know.
Appreciate that.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Be consistent with the content on his page. You know, check his IG, TV. And yeah, we here, man. I'll probably play a couple of tracks or whatever, you know. And don't send that kiwi juice. You know how we feel about that, you know? Don't send that kiwi juice or it's going to get rejected, man. Straight up. So Shut 'Em Down Radio. You know what I mean? shut'emdown0@gmail.com. And if you want to interview, you need promotion, hit us in the DM @Six Trumpet or @Shut 'Em Down Radio. And the prices vary. And that's what it is. Sponsors hit us up. And that's what it is, man. You know?
Yes, sir. All right.
But yeah.
Been one.
Word, man. So, yo, Trumpet, I'll probably play some music, man. I'm going to hit you up.
All right, peace.
All right, peace, man. Yeah, man. We here. Let's get into some music. Why not? You know what I mean? Let's go into something. You know?